So much, Council Members Tasco, Greenlee, Reynolds Brown, and all of the members of Council. We are honored to be here again this year to proclaim October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Philadelphia. And we are particularly happy that our partners, Health Partners Plans, will be recognized shortly and are here today with us to recognize October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Before I get started, I just want to take a quick moment to recognize the incredible work, and that does not do it justice, of our lead sponsor, Councilwoman Marian Tasco. As you all know, she has been a champion for survivors throughout her tenure on council and will leave a lasting legacy for all of us that have been involved in the struggle towards ending domestic violence. I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Tasco. It has been another monumental year for Philadelphia in their response to domestic violence. As you heard, we have completed a formal citywide strategic plan to holistically address domestic violence. This is committed to the vision of a safer and healthier Philadelphia, where the city and its provider community will coordinate resource and responses to intimate, domestic, and other forms of relational violence across all systems and agencies. As we move forward with plan implementation, our response benefits from a commitment of 17 different agencies representing the city's administration, as well as nonprofit human service providers. In addition to that, we have 50 other community members and institutions and groups who are on 4 working subcommittees. Work that will include the creation of a universal screening tool. That will also include screening for things like human trafficking, sexual violence. It will be a universal tool. It will also screen for perpetration and abusive behaviors. We're going to have a lethality screening, training plans and protocol, a warm referral system, new interventions, improved data collections by everyone, shared messaging, and much more. Ultimately, we do this to ensure that no matter where a person turns for help, that they'll be greeted with an effective response. However, it's important to remember that even though Philadelphia is making great strides towards this community response, we are still experiencing a growing demand for support. The Philadelphia Domestic Violence Hotline received well over 15,000 calls last year, which was a 50% increase from the prior year. So that, in our eyes, is a positive thing. More people are reaching out for help. But again, we're not able to respond to the overwhelming need there. It is really critical that our local community be able to respond to these cries, tens of thousands of them each year that occur right here in our city. So while today is a really important day proclaiming Domestic Violence Awareness Month here in Philadelphia, we must remember that every day thousands of Philadelphians are experiencing domestic violence, and almost 300 of them will call the police related to this violence each day. So as we cap off this year's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, let's make the most of it by not letting it be the only time that we focus on family violence and stand up for victims. There's many ways that you can all either get involved or stay involved to be part of this movement. First, you can join the Coordinated Community Response to Domestic Violence by participating in one of the citywide plans, citywide subcommittees, And so whether you're interested in safe, accessible housing, collaborative systems, or direct interventions for victims or those using abusive behaviors, you can be part of creating this plan and implementing it. In addition to that, you can download the new Women Against Abuse I Pledge Toolkit to use with your circle of influence. It's a one-stop shop for getting involved in the effort to end domestic violence. It serves as a step-by-step guide, and it's filled with everything you need to encourage your community not only to sign the pledge, but to have their own campaign wherever they are in their community. You can access the toolkit simply by going to our website, womenagainst.abuse.org, and we would be happy to come meet with your staff to walk you through how to use that. I want to close just by saying that our city largely looks to you, council members, for leadership. So I'd like to leave you by just asking the question, how will you be a part of working to end family violence? Not just during this month, but every day. I want to thank you and applaud you for your commitment to being part of the struggle on many fronts. Together, I know that we can change the course of family violence and change the health and well-being of our own Philadelphia. So thank you so much for all that you do and for this proclamation.
Thank you, Councilor Biddy.